Do you like pineapple? I love fresh pineapple, but I hate throwing away half of the pineapple in the cutting off the sides and the skin of the pineapple. It seems like such a waste. So I was pretty thrilled to hear that that can be used. So come along with me while we discover all the benefits and yummy deliciousness that can be had by pineapple. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years because they work, and they work on humans and often pets too. Originating in South America, this delicious tropical fruit is full of health benefits like antioxidants, fiber, enzymes, and a lot more. Free radicals form in our body through natural and essential metabolic processes, as well as from exposure from toxins such as chemicals in the air, food, water. They also form from exposure to radiation, like cell phones and computers, and also X-rays. These contribute to inflammation, and inflammation is the base for chronic disease and aging. Now, we all have to age, but we can age gracefully if we eat the right foods and take care of our bodies. The more antioxidants you give your body, the better you can handle the damage created by free radicals. If you have more free radical damage than you have antioxidants to squelch these, then your body is under stress and it creates inflammation. Now, pineapples are beautiful fruit, and I really enjoy eating them raw. Quite a few years ago, my husband and I went to Hawaii. First time there. The next morning, we woke up, went to the breakfast buffet, and there were beautiful slices of pineapple. Well, I filled my plate full of these wonderful fruit. And then about halfway through, excuse me, my tongue started to swell. And it was really uncomfortable, almost painful. Well, I found out that bromelain was the culprit. Now, there goes the saying that a little bit of a good thing is good, but a whole lot not so good. That's what happened here. Generally, a small amount of pineapple is tolerated, but remember, I filled my plate. So even to this day, I can eat only a small portion of raw pineapple, and then my tongue tells me I've had enough. Bromelain is in a group of enzymes found in pineapple that is so beneficial. It is really high in antioxidants that can fight inflammation. It is, like I mentioned, native to the Americas, but is now grown throughout the world in tropical and subtropical regions. Historically, natives of Central and South America used pineapple for a variety of ailments, such as digestive orders. Bromelain is promoted as a dietary supplement for reducing pain and swelling. So isn't that interesting that too much can create swelling, but just the right amount can really make a difference? it actually can calm swelling in the nose and sinuses, the gums, and other parts after surgery or injury. So this has been tested and the research has been well founded. I have left a link in the description below where you can read this information for yourself. And it comes from the government and has been documented. And you know, there's a tiny bit of questionable stuff. The government's all over it for herbs and healthy eating. But the interesting thing is that it is also promoted for people suffering from osteoarthritis, cancer, digestive problems, sore muscles, and topically, it's been used for burns because it has a natural way to break down dead tissue. Eating cooked pineapple is not the same as raw. Cooking breaks down this bromelain. That's why people like me of the elder generation remember making Jello, and you couldn't use raw pineapple, but you could use cooked pineapple in Jello. So raw pineapple inhibits the gelatin from firming up. Now, one of the other ways that I have found to use the rind and the core, which normally aren't eaten, is in tapachi. Tapachi is a fermented drink, not only delicious, but is extremely healthy for the gut. So to make tapachi, cut off the rinds of the pineapple and place it in a clean glass jar. I used a sun tea container. You will see those basically in the summertime, but you may have one that you use. Now, this is a pretty large container. So if you just want to start off, you can use a quart size jar. But basically, you're going to fill the container a little more than half full of the rind and a bit of the core, or you can use all of the core. The core has the most amount of bromelain in it. Then you can, now I just use mine straight, but other recipes talk about putting in cinnamon sticks, cloves, whole cloves. You can also put in some hot pepper. Actually, when it's made in like Mexico, that's the drink they use hot pepper. Of course, Mexico, they use hot pepper for everything, but I'm not a fan of hot pepper. So you won't find it in my tapachi. Now, what you want to do is then cover the, oh, you want to stir it. By the way, if you don't have brown sugar, then you can make brown sugar, dark brown sugar, by adding a tablespoon of molasses to a cup of cane sugar. Just stir it in really, really good, and then you have dark brown sugar, which is basically what I did. And I had light sugar, light brown sugar, but not the dark, and it specifies using the dark. So you want to stir it up. Now I use a wooden barbecue stick, but you can use the wooden handle for a wooden spoon, and or chopstick, whatever works for you. Basically, you don't want to introduce anything that might deter the good bacteria from creating this beverage. So it's a combination of yeast and good bacteria inherent on the pineapple skin. So if you scrub your pineapple skin, you're not going to have good tapachi. You can rinse off if you want to, but I really don't even bother with that. So whatever you're comfortable with. that's what you want to do. But I'm saying the best tapache is made without even rinsing the pineapple. Now you want to add the water to the shoulder of the jug and cover it with, I use a natural coffee filter, but you can use a couple layers of muslin, and then you can rubber band it or tie it with a string to keep any bugs or fruit flies or anything like that away from the mixture. Now you also want to put it on a plate because fermented beverages are known to bubble over. So I always put it on a plate because I learned my lesson, you know. I don't have to learn something twice. When you create a mess, you want to make sure you're not making the mess twice. So I really love making tapache. I've finally gotten my husband into it. Um, Within 24 hours, you will see foaming at the top. I don't know if I can slide this in front. There we go. So this is my cover, but you can actually see the foam forming on the top. And if it foams a lot, you actually can scoop away that foam and decant after you scooped away the foam. I poured off a quart of this yesterday. I liked the taste, but I wanted to find out what would 48 hours taste like. So keep tasting it and determine where you are. Some recipes recommend that you wait 3 days. For me, that was too much like beer, and I'm not a fan of beer. So I did not do the 3 days. I decided that 24 hours was enough for the first trial. So I saved a quart of it. Now, this is called a nipple lid for fermenting. So this is safe to put in the refrigerator. The gas will escape through the very tiny hole on the nipple. And the problem with it is that it's difficult to pour from it. So I really prefer the decanting for use in a flip top lid. But to flip top the lid, you're going to escape some gas. So I have to do the flip top away from me so it pops the other way. And you actually can, it has a lot of carbonation in it. So those people who enjoy carbonated beverages are going to really like this. And the fact that it's so yummy, it really tastes great. And if you worry about the sugar content, remember the sugar is actually feeding the carbonation. So it's not like when you buy a sugary drink, you you don't have to worry about the sugar content in tapache. I mean, you wouldn't want to drink 8 ounces of it because remember, this is going to affect your gut. And in some cases, you want to go slow, just like raw pineapple. You want to go slow and make sure that you can tolerate this, that your gut can tolerate it well. So, see if I've left anything out. So when you strain it off, you use a fine mesh strainer to catch any of the, like if you used cloves or anything like that, or any bits of the rind comes away from it. You don't want that in your drink. You want your drink to be nice and clear and very, very pretty. But it is really a delicious drink. I encourage you to try it. I actually put a link in the description below so that you can get the full recipe and what the options are, what other people have done to change the way the drink tastes, although it is yummy by itself, let me tell you. My digestive system needs support. Actually, when you are past the age of 30, most people have digestive systems that need help. And by the time you're reaching your late 70s, like I am, you really need support. So I take food enzymes with 2 meals, breakfast and dinner. I don't eat much lunch, so I don't take it with lunch. And usually my lunch is like a yogurt or something that is probiotic, and my digestive system isn't that challenged. But food enzymes, I believe, has, since I've taken it for 40 years, has contributed to the fact that I have absolutely no arthritis. My fingers are totally straight. I have full mobility in my neck, which some people, you'll see them doing this type of thing because their vertebrae have calcified. If you have good digestion, you have good health. And that's really one of the main factors that my practice lives by. So in food enzymes, you'll see the first ingredient is betaine hydrochloride, and that comes from beets. You can get betaine hydrochloride from beets. And so eating beets on a regular basis is going to be beneficial for your health. You need betaine hydrochloride to create the right pH in your stomach for proper digestion. If your stomach is too alkaline, your food is going to rot in your stomach, and that creates disgusting belching because it's rotting. It also has alpha amylase, pepsin. It contains milk lactose. So if you are allergic to milk, this may be something that you won't be able to take, but for the most of us, this is a fabulous enzyme, and it contains bromelain. Now, I've never had a reaction to the bromelain in food enzymes, so I can take it and have no problem. If you've had your gallbladder removed, you need help digesting fats. Even though you have the bile duct still, the gallbladder was the way for your body to store bile until it's needed, and bile is necessary to break down fats. So it has that in it, and bile salts. Now, bile salts are also contributing to the gallbladder functioning properly. And if you've had gallbladder problems, I would suggest the fact that you don't have proper enzymes and good activity in your stomach for digestion, and also for small intestine for finishing up the digestion. Now, also, I've left a link in the description below for a 25% discount on your food enzymes. So follow that link and you will be able to get the discount. Pineapple is used in so many dishes. So I like it dried. I like it freeze-dried better. Lost my little freeze-dried piece when I moved my jug. Let me see if I can find it again. Nope. Oh, it dropped on the floor. So this is freeze-dried pineapple, and when it first comes out of the freeze dryer, it's crispy. But I've had this in a plastic bag because I like to munch on it. So it is delightful to just chew on. You can reconstitute it and treat it like cooked pineapple. I've used it in a lot of different types of recipes. It is delicious. And here are some recipes. Now, in order to get freeze-dried pineapple through like Amazon, 1.5 ounces of organic freeze-dried pineapple is $8.99. My husband and I just put in our freeze dryer last night 2 full trays of pineapple. Now, I can't tell you how much that would be in savings. So my freeze dryer has paid for itself. I absolutely love it. Now, why would you want to do pineapple? Because or this fabulous drink? Because you're adding wonderful antioxidants to your meals, and that can fight the free radicals. So find ways to get pineapple into your diet. Just Google the recipes. There are a ton of them. I'm actually going to, the next pineapple I get, try my hand at making pineapple marmalade. And I think that would be fabulous. It might even be a wonderful Christmas gift for people. And even though it has sugar in it, if you use Pomona pectin, you can decrease the amount of sugar amazingly. Look it up. P-O-M-A, Pomona, P-O-M-O-N-A. It's something I want to try, and I think I'll probably try that with the pineapple. But I love pineapple on pizza. I make a sourdough pizza crust, and I love the homemade pasta sauce that I put on it. It's nice, thick, spicy with oregano and that. And it's delicious with mozzarella cheese, ham, and pineapple. Hawaiian pizza. So learn what you can about being healthy. I have many videos on my channel explaining how your body works and what it needs to be healthy, and help you to focus on good health. Because remember, when you're focusing on health, you're not focusing on disease. And unfortunately, the medical community focuses on disease. They want to name your disease. They want you to own it. My arthritis, don't own it. You don't want to own disease. You want to own health. So plant medicine has been used safely for centuries. However, if you are already taking medicine, you really need to check with your doctor, and they know more about the medicine that you're taking, whereas I know a lot about healthy eating and good food, because food is our medicine. But it can also be our downfall. It depends on the food that we're eating. So choose good food that will contribute to your good health. And the purpose of these videos is to help you understand that herbs and food can help you get back into balance. Disease occurs when the body's out of balance. Now, doctors prescribe and diagnose. I don't do that. Natural medicine works with imbalances, whether they are emotional or physical, and many times those imbalances are due to the lack of knowledge. So please share these videos with other people And if this has been valuable to you, please give me a thumbs up and like this. Subscribe and click the little bell so you can be notified each time I do videos. I have 3 different venues on my YouTube channel. The one that you're seeing right now is called Health to Home, or H2H, and it is about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of information, and generally I will focus on an herb or food that can bring health and how it brings health to you and the nutritional way that you can put it into your diet. Uh, the other one would be Gardening with Granny. This is a 3 to 5 minute video where I talk about how plants teach us. You know, we can learn from nature so many different things, and the love of gardening that I have. I also will do garden tours, and those are a little bit longer. Sometimes I even visit places, and I include you in that visit. So the third thing is a once a month lesson where it's an hour long. I call it Herbal Hour. And actually, I talk about different systems of the body, how the body works, um, and how you can make that body a little, or that system a little bit healthier and get moving and choose health over sickness. So I thank you for joining me today on this little tour of pineapple. I hope that you will try some of the recipes that we talked about, that you'll maybe even venture into the fermented drink tapache, and let me know how it works out for you. So thank you again for viewing. Um, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it. Until next time.